Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Adrianne. So today's video is going to be my flawless base routine, my everyday makeup routine. This is how I do my makeup pretty much every single day, but it's going to be a more in-depth of everything that I use and how I apply it. And yeah, so if you want to see that, keep watching. Now, I always start off with my brows, and my go-to lately is either the Benefit brow pencil that's in my room. In my office, this is the one I always use, which is the Maybelline Express Brow or the Refi brow pencil. Either one of these are really good, and I also like to set it with the Anastasia brow freeze gel or the Got To Bleed. I'm giving you options: drugstore and then high-end. So the Got To Be is the drugstore and Maybelline. High-end is Refi and ABH. Both of them do really well. I always start off just doing my brows at the very bottom, drawing a line, and then just doing hair-like flicks up. So once I have them all drawn in, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the brow freeze and just apply that. Excuse the kids, they're about to leave to go to school. Now primers, this has been my go-to primer, the e.l.f. Hydro Grip. No. Bye, I love you too. The e.l.f. Power Grip. This is the dupe to the Milk Hydro Grip primer. That was the one that I only brought. It was so good. I kept repurchasing that until e.l.f. came out and duped it. And this one I think is like $10, and I think primer for Milk is maybe $30, $20-something. So this one is a win. Does the same thing, it has the same gripping power. Pink one has a niacinamide in it, so it's going to help fade those dark spots. So it has skincare and a primer in it together. Now I always go in sunscreen. I like using a spray sunscreen to mix it with my primer. This is the Milani Make It Last. I just recently got the Black Girl sunscreen, but I haven't tried it. I'm not going to try it today. I'm going to use what I know.
Use what you know.
Have a good day.
Can she wear Crocs to school?
Yes. Yes, you can. I'm just going to spray a couple of sprays of this. One more, like 4. I always kind of let this dry down a little bit just to get a little tacky. That's going to help your foundation stick to your skin a lot better than just going in while it's wet. Bye, I love you. Have a good day. These have been my go-to foundations lately. The Laura Mercier, this one went viral a while back, the Weightless Perfecting Foundation. This was $50, but I really do like it a lot. I did not return it because I liked it that much. And my Maybelline Super Skin Stay Skin Tint, so good. Like, so good. This is the one I wore the other day, and my foundation literally, my face literally did not budge for the full like 13 hours that I had it on. It was this, and this has a 24-hour skin tint. I believe it. The hype is real on this one. So Maybelline, Laura Mercier. Other options for high-end is the Kat Von D. This one's super full coverage, like full coverage. And then the MAC Studio Radiance one is really good as well. This one has like more of a glow to it. I'm not gonna wear that one today. I'm gonna wear the Laura Mercier. I always shake my foundations up. Now that my face is a little bit more tacky. See, it's a little bit more tacky. I seen somebody do this. They were like, that's how tacky it is. It like literally stuff sticks to your skin, so it really grips the foundation so it doesn't move. Most times I do color correct, but I don't really need to with this foundation, so I'm gonna skip out on that part. But if you wanted to do like an extra step, you could always go in and either spot conceal the dark spots around my mouth and my face, my dark spots. But if you have a high coverage foundation, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to skip out on that part today and show you guys that it's still going to come out flawless. I literally only like to use this 2 pumps. I said this in my initial review. This foundation feels super oily going onto your skin, but it feels like nothing once it's on. Do you see that? You see how it just like spots where? Do we see any spots? No. Nope. That's why I'm saying you don't have to do that. If you have a full coverage foundation, you don't have to do that. I thought I got makeup on me. My problem area is always my chin area. I don't put a lot of foundation on my forehead because I really don't need it. As I'm squirting another skirt, I really don't put a lot of foundation on my forehead because I don't need it. As she applies more. And this brush is the Morphe E63 brush. I love it a lot. So I'm gonna just kind of drag it down just a little bit down your neck so it can all match. And you see how it looks flawless. After you put your foundation on, if you have any streaks in your foundation, you can always go in with the Beauty Blender and just kind of blend it out like this. Just pressing it into the skin. It's gonna pick up any excess foundation that you may have on your face. And it kind of a little bit shears it out just a little bit. Now you can kind of see my little dark spot peeking through a little bit, but my concealer is gonna get that. Hourglass concealer. This is the best one on the market. I love the Hourglass concealer. I have repurchased this time and time again. I discovered it last year when we went to Vegas. I got it in a trial size, and I think I've bought 3 or 4 of these since then. So good. You don't need a lot. The shade range is pretty good. I am in the shade Maple, and I forgot to tell y'all what shade I was in that foundation. I'm gonna tell y'all that in a little bit. But I always just highlight under my eyes, but I always leave this part empty because this color isn't like a super bright color for me. It's a highlight color, but it's not like highlighting. So I always leave that little part open. This is Maple, right? Yes. Maple. And then the foundation shade that I am in Laura Mercier, in case anybody's wondering, is 5W1 Sienna. And then because I left this part open, I always go in with the lighter concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Stay Naked Quickie in the shade 60 NN. This was a super bright concealer, but it is full coverage, so I don't really need a lot. I literally just put just a little bit right there. You see that? Like, that's it. Right there. Just to kind of brighten up my under eye a little bit more. And that's all you need. So I always let my concealer dry down a bit to get the most full coverage, because if not, if I go in blending it right now, it's too wet, so it's gonna move everywhere. If you let it dry down a little bit more, you're gonna get a more full coverage. So I always at this time either go do something, or normally what I do is go with my bronzer, or I'll go do something like I really want some coffee right now or energy drink. I'm gonna grab an energy drink. I'll be right back. Okay, so I sneezed to go and get my energy drink, and I got concealer on my lashes. No surprise there. That's happened to me a couple times. That's another trick that makes my foundation, my makeup routine so much faster every day, because I have eyelash extensions. DIY at that. I'll have them linked down below, but I've been wearing these for over a year, and they just make my foundation routine my makeup routine so much faster. So got my energy drink. This is the one from Amazon. It's only 100 milligrams of caffeine. I'm caffeine sensitive, so I can't have like a full 200 milligram like the Alani ones. I always drink half. So I found one that tastes healthy. It's a natural one. It does taste healthy. It's not like Alani, where Alani's like so good. This one's really good. This video isn't about this, not sponsored or anything, but this one, this brand, I've brought it twice, so I like it. It has a natural, I think it's like green tea or something in there. I don't know. Does it taste the best? No. Does it get the job done with energy? Yes. I want to go in with the LYS. This is the contour. I always put my contour. Lately I used to do it down here, but now I put my contour up on my cheeks where my blush go. And then the LYS one is just so good. It's so creamy, so easy to blend. This is running a very tight race with my Tarte Shape Sculpt. These are my absolute favorite. I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow one. This is the one that I just really don't reach for the most. I reach for these two. These two. They're so easy to blend. So like, you can't go wrong. And the shades on them are great for me. While that concealer is still drying, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pat this into my skin. Do you see how easy it's blending? Do you see what I see? It's like, it's so easy to blend out. I don't need to let this set. I have a wig on, if y'all didn't know. I have a wig. But you always want to blend your contour in with your lace as well. I didn't even spray it down today. I'm just kind of like melting it, my lace into it. This wig doesn't even need that. Yesterday I wore it with no glue, Did not budge, did not. I'm like, ciao, ciao. To blend out my concealer, I'm going to use the Ulta Precision Foundation Brush. It is the perfect slanted. See, this one is bigger from Morphe for my foundation. And then this one, it's the same type of brush. One's bigger for the foundation to cover a bigger spot. This one is smaller for more precision. So I'm going to always start off with my chin, blending this out first. And you just want to kind of pat that in. It's easier to start around the edges and blend out the edges versus going here and bringing it here, because this is the wettest part. You want to start on the edges part, because that's more drier because it's a thinner layer versus the inside. And then for my nose, I just kind of go up the sides of it to blend it out that way. And then take the side of the brush and just go up the sides of it to blend it out. See? Now, this middle part, you can see the demarcation where the bright concealer is here. All I do is kind of just lightly tapping motions to blend that all in. Just tap, 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 tap. You don't want to move the concealer too much because you will, like, I'm gonna just say for me, my dark circles peek through if I move it too much. So, and then I always flip my brush over and then I just put the rest of the concealer on top of my eyelids here. Like that, like so, like that. And then on the other side, because you still have a lot of concealer left on your brush, because again, the inside of your concealer here was wet, so it picked up a lot of it to blend it out. So, now, my beauty blender always comes in and saves the day. This is the Luxie one. I like this one. I repurchased it. I got it in a BoxyCharm a while back. Some years ago. I don't even get BoxyCharm anymore. And it's so soft. And when I got it, I was like, I've tried a lot of beauty blenders and they're not the same as the original OG beauty blender. So I googled the brand and I ordered 2 more off of their website. And this is the only thing I use from their brand, but the Luxie ones are really good. It's super soft. And I want to say they were affordable. Obviously cheaper than the Beauty Blender brand. But you just want to do that. Go around and you just want to make sure everything, and I always flip it over to the butt and just blend in that concealer and contour, because you don't want that line of demarcation. So you just blend it in with the butt of the thing, the beauty blender. And then I make sure everything is just blended in nicely. Oh, I got a piece of fuzz there. Make sure my forehead is blended up nicely, because again, you want a flawless base. You want a flawless base before you go set everything with powder. You gotta make sure everything is blended out and that you're happy with how it looks. I have been loving this MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur Weightless Loose Powder. Hate the packaging. I said that in my initial review, but I cannot stop. I cannot put this down. I cannot put this down. Like, so good. I usually use just the Laura Mercier setting powder. That's always been my go-to. And this is kind of overtaking that one. It does blur. I really do think it blurs under my under eye. I just don't like the packaging. But you just want to set everywhere you put concealer. Wherever you put the concealer at, you put the powder, the setting powder at. And I'm going to let that bake. And you see how my eyes can start to crease because they open? You want to make sure you blend that out before you set it. Anywhere you put cream or liquid, you should always set with a powder. Otherwise, it will crease. It will crease. All right, I'm going to let that kind of bake. I'm going to go in with a little bit more powder. This is a mixture of powders, but I'm more of a heavier baking because I want my foundation to last all day. I don't need this step. I'm just being extra today. So you don't need that step either. Don't be extra. And now I'm going to go in and do a little bronzer in my eyes. First, I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth setting powder. Love this stuff so much. Set my whole face with this stuff. And then I'm going to go in with my bronzer to set my contour. You don't need a lot of this. So good. And I don't know, I got a comment saying that it's still on sale. The Sephora Micro Smooth. I don't know if they like discontinuing it. I hope not. But it's a really good setting powder. The Juvia's Place Contour This is my jam. This is my jam. I use a darker shade to go around the perimeter of my face. It's such a warm tone bronzer that it's up there with Fenty. Between this one and the Fenty Mocha Mami, it just gives you like a warmth to your face. I don't like gray tone contours at all. I have yellow golden undertones and they just don't look good on me. But that's why I always have to use like a reddish tone bronzer. And it just chef's kiss. Now to contour my nose, I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade here and just gonna lightly do this down the sides, the bridges of my nose to contour, and I always flick it into my brows. Child, I gotta hurry up before my camera start overheating on me. I know how this camera be playing me. And I'm used to these long videos. But honestly, this routine takes me about 20 minutes tops. Tops 20 minutes. And that's with the whole 9 yards. I'm going to go in with a blush, and today I'm going to be using Juvia's Place again. I just kind of like mix these two shades here. Super pigmented blush, so you don't need a whole lot, but I always go heavy on the blush because that's just what I like. But I just put this right above, in between that contour and that highlight, and just go up and down with it. And then from there, I was going to put some, I guess I can. I was going to put a little bit of bronzer in my eye socket, but I guess I can. So I'm going to just take both shades of the bronzer and just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just like that. Both shades. And back and forth. I could do this quicker, but I'm talking to y'all and I really want y'all to understand. I get a lot of comments about like my makeup. How do you do your makeup? You should do a makeup class. This is your makeup class, sis. Right here. I want to take the darker shade of the bronzer and go under my eyes here to create a shadow under your eye. Just to even out my eyes some. And yeah, take the butt of this other brush. I don't know, this is a TikTok brush, to be honest with you. It's a dual-ended TikTok brush. One side is a fluffy one and the other side is slanted, so perfect for this and the, like, dust away your baking powder, and the other side is good for blush application. My last and final step is always reversing my contour, cutting it. Reverse contour, what do we want to call it? It's for a more sharp look, like that. And I always do my lips last, so I always put on chapstick before I start. I didn't even start with telling y'all, face prep is so important. It's so important for you to go in. So I washed my face this morning and then I went in with a toner, a serum, 2 serums, a toner and 2 serums, and that was like my base. I have oily skin, but in the summertime I normally don't use moisturizer. I usually don't use moisturizer at night, but it's so important to have a flawless base. It's so important to start off with moisturized skin. And honestly, because I have oily skin, all I really need is a serum to moisturize my skin. I find if I go on with anything more than that, it makes me oilier. So that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and set it with this LYS setting spray. This one's good. I'm going to use the Morphe, the new one that I brought, the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set with ceramides and antioxidants. I'm going to use this today as my first set. And I'm going to do my final seal set with the best setting powder, setting spray on the market. But I'm going to let this dry down real quick. I'm going to take a brown eyeliner and line my waterline. This is the one from Sephora. How that just kind of like brings everything together versus this eye versus that eye. See the difference? And I'm still liking this City Beauty mascara. I did a sponsorship with them back in December. I still love their products. Well, these two for sure. I am going to go in. Now it's time for lips. I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Crucifix liner. and line my lips. I have a lot of brown lip liners. This one's just super creamy. And then I just started using the Lip Bar's Straight Living lip liner. This one's good too. This one's a little thicker, so it gives you more coverage. So the Lip Bar, KVD, and my all-time favorite, is it not in here? The Buxom. The Buxom lip liner in creamy chocolate is so good too. And this one's like that. It's like a triangle. Those are my top 3. Oh, and Chestnut by MAC, of course. These are my 4 go-to lip liners. My lipsticks, girl, hurry up. Here's my Sephora lip stain, cream lip stain in the shade number 74. It's like a pinky nude. It's so good. Between this one and number 32. Okay, so pinky nude here. And then this one is a more of a, I guess, nude. I like putting both of them on. And you look like ashy lips. Not really, but. So from here, what I do is go back in with my liner. Here. To just create more dimension. See? There. Now, final step, final seal. One Size makeup setting spray. If you want your foundation to last and lock in and your face to be flawless all day, you have to go in with this. So good. Whew. Sheesh. Sheesh. This stuff is not super wet, so I like using both of these together, the Charlotte Tilbury and the One Size. These were literally made in heaven. So good. These two together are so good, but I want to try the Morphe one because the Morphe one's a little bit wetter. It's like more finer mist. This one is more of like a and then this is more like a shh. That's the best way I can describe it. That's the best way I can describe it, child. But yeah, this is my flawless foundation routine, makeup routine, everyday makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and I could put some lip gloss on top of my lips, but I don't want to. I don't want to because I don't need to. I think it looks good. But my wig is done baking, even though, you know, we move her up and down. She's not so down. I mean, not down. But I'm about to go film some more videos, some try on hauls, and then I got to get to work. But yeah, this is my flawless makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you did, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you like these type of videos, if you want me to continue doing more like makeup stuff. If you like makeup reviews, more sit down videos versus vlog sit down videos versus like incorporating in vlogs. Y'all, let's chat down in the comments to let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I will check you out in my next video. Bye.